round of applause, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hope you are doing well on this Thursday afternoon. By a show of hands, how many of you are familiar with your network is your net worth saying? The saying that your net worth is your net worth, right? So a lot of us here in this room, we're here for a reason. And I want you guys to know that you all are valuable. Each and every one of you here have something to bring when you're coming to a networking event. And so just a little bit about me from what Sean has given to you. I'm Jolanta Young. I am a social media and influencer marketer. I am a branding strategist, podcaster, and speaker. I've been actively involved with Toastmasters for over 10 years. And I remember sitting where you guys all are right now, many years ago, attending my first networking event outside of college. I had no idea what I was doing. And that's the beauty of networking, the power of connection, right? So many of you were probably referred to AGC by somebody in your network, maybe a family member, friend, told you about the event today. So I thank you for showing up, which is part of networking. However, today I'm here to talk about how to win influence with your friends and with your family, which is a book by Dale Carnegie. It's a very old book, but it's still very strong today with some of the key takeaways that we're going to go over in my talk today. So it really excites me to talk to you all today because, as I mentioned earlier, when I was in college, I was completely unprepared for my first networking event. I didn't have any business cards. I was kind of like where Tammy is in the back. I used to sit in the back row of all the networking events, kind of really shy, and I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody, so I just sat there kind of quiet, didn't have a business card. I didn't have a website, so this was way back in when was I in college? 2006, 2007. So somewhere around there, and I was still learning about marketing. I was still learning about how to connect with people outside of college so I could build up my portfolio and all these fun things because I was learning about communication. I actually wanted to go to school for journalism. So I wanted to go to broadcasting and art and entertainment, all that fun stuff. But to me, journalism was just boring. So I thought, to be a true marketer, I became a photographer. And through photography, I learned about marketing, I learned about SEO, I learned about how to actually run a business. And so when you look for me on Google, because the first thing they teach you is how to get your name out there. So I'm going to share with you a few key things when you are at a networking event, and hopefully you might feel somewhat of value to you. So the first few things when you come to a networking event is showing up as yourself. So the first one here, understanding who your audience is, who you're talking to in the room. So for some of you, I've been lucky enough to get to talk to you. I understand some of you are business owners, you're entrepreneurs, or maybe you're aspiring entrepreneurs, and you're trying to get to somewhere. We all have a destination to get to, or some sort of destination. I kind of believe that, right? The second thing is we have different communication channels. How many of us here, by show of hands, either text, email, call, pick up the phone, follow up, good old-fashioned? Because I'm that same way too. I believe in picking up the phone and calling somebody. And then building trust through your community. If you're familiar with the like and know trust factor, when you're coming up to networking events, the more times people get to see you, the more they get to like you, they get to know you, because people buy from people all the time. So my next slide is talking about what's the secret sauce to winning influence, right? How do you make people feel valued? Well, first, one thing you want to do is remembering their names simply, because I know I have a hard name. Jolanta is a hard name to pronounce. I totally get it, so I have to come up with, my name is Jolanta from Atlanta or something like that, some kind of lame thing so people can remember my name. So for some of you might have easier names. faces go great with names, or if you can remember what they do or associate, like Sean does insurance, I'll remember that. Or maybe somebody else, Christy does some other things too here. I think she's also insurance. So whatever it is that you guys do, you can remember by their name, their faces, by whatever they said that was unique about them, make them feel remembered. So that was one of the things. And another thing is, on this, is being authentic with your community. Nobody likes to be talked to in sales. And I don't know about you guys, I get that enough in LinkedIn where people will message me, ask me about coaching opportunities, try to buy different things from me through LinkedIn. So I think we've all had enough of the sales culture, and we actually want to connect on a personal level and actually talk to you, because that's what happened to me. I used to talk about myself as a business, but at networking events. But now I can talk to you in a personal way because I've learned how to pitch. I've learned how to do all these different things through coaching and investing through different things for myself, personal development courses, all those things. So another thing is, networking events offer an opportunity for collaboration. There are unique opportunities outside of networking, outside of your community, that will offer you a chance. So if there's a referral that's good for you, don't just listen for certain key words like, oh, this person does marketing over there, how can they serve me? Actually listen with intent, and then that way you can serve them better by actively listening to what they're saying. And the last thing I have here, when you're networking, sometimes you might feel isolated from things because we all start somewhere. It can feel like a lonely island. Completely get it. I've been there, where when you're building something from the ground up, you're like, gosh, how do I get to my destination? How do I get to where I want to go, right? So by showing up, networking, doing all the right things, that's how you can win influence with your friends. So building authentic relationships. I kind of touched on this a little bit, but there are some other tips and tricks that I can share when it comes to active engagement, building trust, and problem solving. What are some problems you could solve for your community? Who do you serve? How can you help them genuinely? How can you engage with this person today? So for people who might have met other people this afternoon in this room, try to remember those people that you were networking with earlier and try to engage them afterwards. So finding a common ground. So sometimes you might have different communities who might do marketing. Someone might be doing customer service over here, or someone might be doing networking for a living. I bet you didn't know you could be a networker, ha ha ha. As a job, you can actually make some extra income just by being in different networking rooms. So monetizing your own skills, what you have, you can get kind of far. So just by establishing those relationships. Now, I've been in business for over 15 years, and I think the one thing that people ask me is, Jolanta, how do you connect with so many people? And I think it's just because of being naturally nice and kind to other people. Also, I'm very good at follow through, and I'm very good at, if there's something really that I'm interested in, I will follow up and make sure that, hey, remember me over here from this networking event. We talked about such and such. Building that authenticity is really key to how do you want someone to remember you, and how you make them feel, and how you make them feel valued. Strategies for gaining influence. So crafting your unique proposition. So what is it that you as a business owner actually need help with? Do you need help with defining your audience, your clarity? What is it that you're missing from your business? How can someone else help you get your ideal customers into the door? How to articulate what benefits your business does for other people. And how to give feedback, but critique feedback. There's a difference between feedback and constructive criticism. So understanding feedback and being open to that feedback for your business. So if someone comes in and says, I'm going to do a social media audit for you today, hopefully you'll take my feedback and try to expand on that feedback and help me help you understand. So leveraging social proof and testimonials. Testimonials are great, okay? So when you are out there networking, maybe you've helped somebody along the way and they could give you a great review all on social media and say, I worked with such and such. I'm going to go on LinkedIn. I'm going to give you a testimonial, or I'm even going to do you one better on LinkedIn. I'm going to give you a skill endorsement for helping me do something, or Facebook, Instagram, all those fun things for testimonials, because testimonials, they actually work. And then engagement. And if you guys are in a networking room, follow up with each other. Reciprocity. Reciprocity is key to getting far. So we're in such a digital age right now, because I live in digital currency, right? So if I share something and if you share something, I'm going to repost that out in my followers, so my followers will see what you're up to. So reciprocity is key. Digital currency. Some of you might be familiar with Bitcoin. It's a little bit different, but digital currency is my world that I live in, and I think that's really interesting. So reciprocity and making sure that everybody is helping, engaging, and being active in that engaging. So that means commenting on your posts. That means reposting things, building a partnership that way. So lastly, consistency. Just by a show of hands, how many of us struggle with consistency? Great, you don't have to be modest. That's part of the talk today. Consistency. So I talked about showing up as part of it, staying consistent with the drive. If you're passionate about your business, consistency. There are times when sometimes we might not want to post, we might not want to do something for the business today, but just think about it. This is your business. So being consistent and coming to networking events, that's going to help you win your influence. So building trust through reliability. How reliable are you? Showing people that you care. Actually saying thank you. Thank you for coming today, and thank you for taking my time to meet one-on-one with you. How can I help you? Enhancing relationships with that follow-up. That's really key. And then feedback for growth. What can I do better today that I didn't do better yesterday on? So those are just some things to kind of think about as we go along in my talk today, and to kind of give you guys, there's a call to action that I have for everybody here. I have a challenge, kind of. So next time you go to a networking event, actively listen. Not be on your phone for a while. Actively take interest in that person. Be genuine with their time, because they're giving you their time and your time is valuable. Be in the moment. Be in the, I know that's hard because we're all busy bees, and we have to be on our phones, and we have to be checking something. But give that person their time and attention, because you might miss something, a key value that what they're going to say. So with that, I am going to wrap it up. And I do have one question for the audience, if I still have one more minute, I believe. All right, I have $1 million question for all of you. Dead or alive, who would you like to have a conversation with today? Sean.
I would say MLK, Martin Luther King Jr.
Good one?
Wow, that's a good one.
Tammy.
Oh no, I would say that was a good one. Don't know.
Ian, dead or alive, who would you like to talk to today?
Think about it in political terms, but Obama.
All right. Travis, who would you like to talk to, dead or alive?
Abraham Lincoln.
All right. My mom, who would you like to talk to, dead or alive today?
Margaret Thatcher.
Ah, all right. Well, thank you guys all so much for being a part of my presentation today. You can reach out to me at jolantadoesbiz@gmail.com, and I will see you guys in another AGC Talks event. Thank you so much, Sean.